Okay, so I'm gonna do COLDWAKE, yeah. I've played the demo. Um, oh, I can continue. It's very interesting. I kind of want to hit continue. But I played the demo, uh, which leaves you on a cliffhanger, yeah. But I do happen to know that you are supposed to use outside sources for this game. Um, because it's got like ciphers and stuff. No, yeah, no. I'll just start a new one. Yeah. Haven't seen this guy in months. Cold never stopped. Last signal I caught was weak, just a pulse. It led me here, a hatch buried in the forest, metal under frost, slightly visible. I don't know who built this place, but something brought me to it, so I opened the door and stepped inside. Okay, so we're just some schmuck, and I'm screwing around in a forest. Okay, cool. It's silent down here, cold but survivable, old but not dead. A faint light blinks at the end of the corridor. Soft movement alive. It's a terminal. Still humming. Still waiting. I reach out and power bleeds back into the screen. And for a second, I swear it blinks first. Right? Yeah. Tracks. That is usually how people work. System integrity. Missing. Oh, I just don't get through that. Okay, cool. Yes, the system is fragmented in recovery mode because everything's boned. Is this it? Okay, right. So, okay, yeah, this is it. Okay. So, scanning core memory, resi residual kind of threads, yes. So, the memory core is a brain. Um, that's what this bit means. But not a full brain. Um, I am not a registered user, so it's defaulting. Again, right? Yeah, it's sentient. I forgot about that, but it does actually like tell you that it's sentient in the Steam description. Um, which one is numbers? I should take notes. That'd be a good idea. Um, and why not? So MKM node 76 is online. So I do know that you can just put hi in, and it just sells you hi because it's sentient. Let's get help. That makes sense. Yeah, that checks out. It's very funny. But yeah. Uh, I wish I knew more about computers. To know what this actually said up here. Settings is the exact same stuff it let me see on the start. So then terminal. Okay, files. So what C is the actual computer basic thing, right? Here we go. So MKM is the operating system. MKM is the OS. Confidential, proprietary, classified, and whatever else legal insists on copying and pasting. So, I shouldn't be reading this, is what that's supposed to mean. What's this button? Window blur? Oh. Because you can stack them, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna go back because I didn't actually want to click that. But yeah. So they gave you access. Either you're new or someone upstairs got desperate enough to reassign access without reading your clearance files. Okay. So. Oh. So the default isn't even like just some random person got on it. Like the fact that I'm here is not actually what's supposed to. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Either you're new or someone upstairs got desperate enough to reassign access without clearance files. So this is not the first readme. Or at least this was made after shit went down. Congrats, you're now responsible for a terminal that's older than most of the engineering team and possibly more sentient. Okay. The manual's missing. Not sure if we've ever had one to start. Admin's on leave, and the AI, well, it's complicated. Let's keep this simple. Yes, you can type directly into the terminal. Yes, some commands do things. You're here for that, to do things. Yes, some commands are the things. Oh, the commands themselves are the results sometimes. We designed it that way. Passwords were too boring, so the clever engineers read us, rig the system to treat keywords as access triggers. Oh. Okay. It's like Google. Okay, that makes sense. Type something important and it might respond. Sometimes it answers, sometimes it just watches. I appreciate that they use special characters for that. You'll find clues in old logs, forgotten directories, broken folders, and whatever the last guy forgot to wipe before he posted to the team chat. Logs, files, folders. Okay, yeah. Now I know you're just getting started. You'll be tempted to ask how to read this or access that, what that weird file marked .bkp even means, or how to reveal the thing behind the thing tm. So do us all a favor, just type it, don't overthink it, don't wait, type the word, press enter, pray, break the rule, no catastrophic data wipes, probably. The rest of the team is debugging power relays that fix themselves at 3:17 a.m. 3:17 a.m. That sounds like it's an important number. So this is not the same. This rest of the team bit is not the same as this. I don't think, right? Reinstalling firmware on a heating grid that actively resists updates and arguing over who broke it first. Again, right, because it's cold here. So not only do you have to deal with overheating, you also have to deal with underheating, freezing. Fixing that hacky little code that was meant to be temporary and became permanent, gossiping in the kitchen, or arguing about whether the AI is playing favorites. Meanwhile, you've got this terminal. If something looks suspicious, if a log whispers something, if a file name doesn't belong, lean in. You might get lucky or unlucky. Who's to say? Good luck, rookie. Try not to talk back if the terminal starts first. Just kidding. Right, yeah. Some system author, some systems admin who's still unpromoted, still blamed for everything, still showing up. So some random screw off. Okay. That's the txt file. This is basically just telling you what the hell you're doing. If you found this folder, the system still works, that's something. This directory was created to hold the full record, what happened to us, why it all went cold. We knew the official logs wouldn't be enough, so this is an off-the-books record. This whole truth file, or folder, my bad. These files aren't like the others, they were written to last. Truth, not protocol. They've been sealed, locked behind something. I don't know what yet. Maybe we were trying to be clever. Maybe we were just scared. Right, yeah. So I'll get access to these at some point. Okay? Um, if you're reading this, maybe you're not just another technician doing inventory, maybe you're curious, good, you'll need that. Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. I don't remember where the keys are. I don't know how to open them, but I think the answers are still out there, pieces of them at least. Keep digging, the truth is here, just fragmented. M. Okay. I'm gonna make like an authors column in the notes, yeah. Authors. We got M so far. Right, yeah. Because everything is broken into pieces. That's what that's referring to. Let's see. Desktop projects. Journal feature completed. Right, that's what I'm reading through right now, right? Task. Update echo write version and fix text saving stability. A new journaling system update has been integrated into the MKMO operating system Echo Write 4.3. Text editor program has been temporarily disabled due to irregular behavior observed during write operations. These symptoms began following the last cognitive sync attempt, possibly unrelated, possibly not. So this is like the last brain upload from general sci-fi concept, right? Cognitive syncing, uploading a brain, right? At least I think so. So you can read, but you can't change. Okay, yeah. Personal folder. To intermittently disappear from certain disk views. If your personal folder is missing from the file system, type journal in the terminal. Okay, that's a keyword. Keywords. Journal. If your personal folder is missing from the file system, type journal in the terminal to restore personnel. Restore visibility. This is a hard-coded bypass pending a deeper root cause analysis. If the issue persists, contact systems or IT. NJ. Any guesses as to whether that's 2 or 1? I must say it's probably 1. Yeah, so I am in fact missing the personal file. Relay node interface. Like, to extend like how far a signal moves, yeah? That's what a relay node is, right? Linked at 34% capacity. So let's see, Athena and Halo, right? Athena and Halo definitely look like keywords. So 34% of max capacity to move things from one place to another. Athena connected to Halo network, okay? Error log. Backend handshake failed with code 219A issue calculation unstable. Main processing unit operating at 98% load, nearing operational ceiling. That's bad. Yeah, sounds accurate. Yeah, that would be bad. Calculation unstable. Why is it singular? Observation link corruption likely caused by Athena's inability to process atmospheric data volume in real time. So Athena Athena is like a weather. It's like the weather app is fancy weather app. Is fancy weather app. Because why else would you be processing atmospheric data? So there was a oh, that's fun. So something got corrupted because Athena couldn't process enough data in real time. At current capacity, Athena is losing coherence. So they're feeding real-time data. Athena gets, like, it's not that the processing is happening in real time, it's that the data is happening in real time. So they're feeding real-time data from, it seems like about a mile out. Yeah, about a mile out. I don't know what that is in kilometers. So there's in a circle, right? In a circle about a mile in a rate, 2 miles diameter, of real-time atmospheric data, so weather data, is being processed. But anyway, currently at what, 94 or 98%? I don't know why I keep wanting to say 94. At 98% capacity, it can only do a mile-ish. How would we be able to be able to control larger areas if we can't even have it working on our surroundings? I start wondering if the Halo project, I think it's Halo, it's either Halo or Halo Project. Halo Project was a good idea. Engineers should review this. I'm gonna go with JC is also one name, and it's just initials instead of 2 names. Do I want to hit crew? I'll hit crew after I do journal. Okay. Journal entries found but incomplete. Some memories resist. Recovered. Personal folder. Okay, great. So I'll cross out journal keyword. You said desktop personal. It did say desktop personal. I'll go. I will not. There is nothing in crew. Okay, that makes this easier. As binary. Okay, so this is the bit where I switch to Google and we do binary to text translator. That works. I'm gonna. That's a lot. That's a lot of binary. And I don't know if there's a better way to actually highlight this. I think I got it, right? Convert. Okay. So, I'm gonna leave that there, and also I'm gonna put in the title. Can I? I have to do it manually. So it's 01. It's what? 1, 2, 4. That's 5. 13. this is stupid. Can I really not just highlight this? Okay. So then, um, 0100, 0100, 1101. 1101. And what is the author? What is the author name? Oh, I can copy and paste that. Okay. That convert this M. Um, okay, so it's just titled M. I wonder if that's a keyword. You're not like the others. I wonder who this is addressed to too. You're not like the others. They hesitated. You persisted. Interesting. Using whatever these are called, the 3 dots. You fit the pattern, or maybe you break it. Curious. That's good. Is this addressed to the player character or some other person? Since you found your way here on your own, I'll share a secret. Right, yeah, because it is a human consciousness that is moved. Years ago, when I was a stubborn teenager wrapped in code and caffeine, I wrote a script. Oh, is this the ghost person? I think it might be. I wrote a script, a tool that can scrape hidden metadata from our internal files. I didn't trust the system. I didn't trust who was pulling the strings above us. This feels like a bunch of technical jargon that doesn't actually mean anything, but maybe I'm wrong. So I started digging quietly. I buried it in the OS, deeper than protocol, beneath all the clean code. Yeah, this is the ghost print one. Ghost print. You can wake it with just a single word, ghost print. That's 2 words, but sure. This is by MM? Wait, really? Wait, I thought the first one was how is... Oh. Okay. I don't actually know if it's 1 or 2 M's. Just type it in the terminal. It'll make sense. You'll feel it when it does. Things are shifting. Keep going. Keep typing. Eventually, we will remember. Okay. M. I'm gonna put that in for the authors. So ghost print is one of them. I'm gonna leave this here because I don't want to have to put it back in. So anyways, back to this. So this is the ghost print statement. I might as well just put that in already. Ghost print. That's not how you spell print. Yes, you found my old data scraper script. I hope you can do something useful with it. Okay, so maybe M is the OS. Because system is the OS, yeah? So, yes, you found it, my old data scraper. You found my old data scraper script. I hope you can find something useful with it. So, that's... Oh, is that just the file? No. Oh, okay. So that doesn't actually decode. That's kind of annoying, but yeah. Are any of these not text logs? No, they're all text files. Okay. Athena, our beautiful, brilliant artificial intelligence. So Athena is an AI. Athena is AI. 4 years training her to understand global weather systems, specifically the mathematics thereof. She was supposed to be our salvation, with a mind capable of orchestrating the delicate dance of atmospheric manipulation that would reverse decades of climate change. So this is post-apocalyptic, right? And also apparently they can just do that as fun, reversing climate change. Imagine. Uh, but chaos, as I learned to rate, has a way of humbling even the most sophisticated intelligence. So the authors that have two are... This is just one author then. I wonder if chaos is a keyword. I kind of want to try that one before I move on. Yeah, okay. Chaos isn't a keyword. It's just M. No, M is not. Okay. What about MM? And I'm gonna guess whenever I get full names, those will probably work. Okay. I should probably finish reading the rest of them. This is a Caesar cipher. What is... I could just put this... Yeah, I think I'll just put that in. Okay, let's see. Control C. So, Caesar shift cipher. So that's at 76, right? Yeah, 76. So decrypt. It's always the same. So it would have caps. It's always the same. The sky is whole. The sun's warm. There's grass, not like the synth greens in hydroponics. But in hydroponics, real grass. Isn't like the whole point of hydroponics? Real blades. I'm assuming they're talking about the grass blades. Real color. I walk. I don't know where, but someone walks behind me. They never speak, but I know it's her. We also, they don't give us an author, do they? They never speak, but I know it's her. It's interesting that they use their choice of pronouns here. Okay. Does that actually tell me anything? I don't think so. I really don't. Not really. Okay. So, back then, so that was Dreams of the Surface. I'm gonna take a guess and say that this is not written by the system. M, right? Is this... Are M and the AI and Athena two different ones? I think they are. But I don't know. I think I'm kind of getting stuck up on the fact that it's titled Dreams of the Surface. But it's definitely written from some other perspective, I think. Journal entry 01. You know what? I'm just gonna say that the titles probably aren't important. I heard it again, the static hum in the walls. I know it's not just me. They call this place a sanctuary. Cold metal, flickering lights, canned air. Yeah, that's. I mean, you do in fact call a bunker a sanctuary when it's worse to be outside the bunker. That is how Madison. So that's a name. Um, Madison. Uh, I'm gonna need another sheet of paper. I want a names column. I really do. Madison. Okay. Um, Madison said she believed in it, believed in her. So this is what Athena referenced, right? Madison believed in Athena. I think she just didn't know how to let go. I hope she's okay. EJ. That's another J name, which is interesting, given that J is not a very common letter. Although, I guess maybe this wasn't written in English. But, I don't know. I can assume, right? I mean, it doesn't really hurt, because we're gonna get confirmation eventually anyway. I think I'm gonna go and drop Madison. Madison. No. So Madison is not a keyword, which means I think it might need a second part. But Madison is M, right? Like in no, put that back. There it is. No. Like this M, this is Madison, right? Okay, where was I? Desktop personal, right? Yeah. Old logs, txt. System logs are odd. System logs would be what? Like automated reports of what the hell's happening? Yeah. I'm seeing memory diagnostics running on subsystems that shouldn't be active, obscure directories lighting up with activity, then going dark. Is IO activity like special? Why mention that? This would just be on off, right? And the weirdest part, remember. The word remember keeps appearing in logs. That's definitely a keyword. How do you spell that? Remember. Yeah, that's how you spell that. Keeps appearing in logs, sometimes between error codes, sometimes just floating, not from any process I recognize. Yeah, this said ghost in the machine, duh. I mean, is that really so hard to understand? Sato, that's a name. That's definitely a name. We haven't seen an author S yet, have we? Okay. I told Sato that something's trying to talk, or maybe something's waking up. He didn't laugh, didn't like the joke at all. Well, yes, because it wasn't a joke. Did that read like a joke to you? You made a sentient machine. Like, come on, man. You're better than this. So just reminding us that the computer is sentient. Our last talk. Right, yeah. Somewhat, they stuck a human conscious in Athena to hope to fix it, because it couldn't do enough. She never imagined she would become its first willing subject. Interesting that subject is used instead of victim. I understood what she was planning before she told anyone. You're thinking about it, aren't you? I asked during one of our late night sessions in the lab, the MKM interface, you think you can do what Athena can't, which is, of course, referring to knowing, processing more data than a mile out. I was right, Athena was dangerous, but human consciousness, even one operating in digital space, could still save us. So this is not the person who got put in. Was right about what? Oh, that she was thinking about it. Okay. Even one in digital space could save us, could accept the terrible mathematics of triage that no ethical AI could embrace. Like the fact that everything's so screwed that you have to do something drastic. Right, yeah. What? It's do no harm. Uh, is one of the three core robotics. Um, what are the laws of robotics? Three laws of robotics. Wikipedia, that works. Three laws, as been laws. So do no harm. Yeah, do no harm, obey orders, uh, and um, protect yourself, as long as it does not cause conflict with the other two laws. So yeah, uh, any good AI should follow all three laws, right? Which means that any good AI could never accept sacrifice, for greater gain. Uh, an ethical AI could never accept the ends justify the means. The weather patterns are accelerating. She told me Athena has maybe 72 hours before complete collapse. After that, it won't matter what we choose. We'll all die. S. So that's Sato. S. Right? That's Sato, I think. I probably shouldn't be writing all this in pen, but it's fine. So I'm just trying to think about like this bit, which is probably not even relevant to what I'm doing here at all. But like, um, would climate change create a uh, a feedback loop? Would it? It shouldn't, right? Because like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I shouldn't waste time on this. Secret notes, Project MKM. Oh yeah, that is probably a keyword. Project MKM. What is it? I've never heard of it before, and yet it keeps printing logs across the system like it owns the place. So Project MKM is not the same as MKM OS. Okay. Uh, didn't it say? Yeah. The first message says Node 76. Um, yeah, I keep seeing references to Core Room 76. Core Room 76, buried in the noise. That's the one with the massive hatch, gears, locks, mechanisms stacked like a bolt. What did they seal behind it? Okay. And why were all the AI communication logs wiped between November and January? So, like, the responses from Athena? November and January. Do I even, like, want to make an attempt to put a time frame together? I don't think so. I really don't. I think that's going a little bit too far. I'm sure Madison knows something about it. So was Madison like the person, like in the know? Did we establish that Madison was the one who went into Athena and merged with Athena? Um, it would have been here, right? She, you think? Human conscious. She. Um. That doesn't help. I think Madison was the one who merged, right? That's not what you're supposed to do. Have I tried Sato? Oh. Okay, that's a full name. Sato Hamada? Sato Hamada. If I just put that full name in, it probably won't give me anything, will it? But it is nice to have a full name. You think it's probably not case sensitive? Yeah, so it's interesting that it doesn't see reference. It doesn't find a reference here. Despite the fact that... Huh, okay. That's weird. I'm just gonna put it down to game jank. Because I feel like both of these probably should find reference to this. Status unresolved. This is what happened to the actual people. Because obviously Sato worked on the system, so like it would be what? Dead? Unemployed? Something like that. Did I look through all the files in here? Yes, I looked through all of personal. Crew is empty. I've read that one. Truth is empty. Relay was nothing. And this is just telling you how to get the personal folder back, which gives you a ton of stuff to work with. Okay, I'm just gonna start dumping keywords in then. I'm gonna put Athena. Okay, so the system. Oh, that gave me a new folder. It was not evil. It was just broken. I still feel her faint breathing deep in the cores. So, the system that we're talking to is the human conscience. Terminal is used human, which is current working theory says it's Madison, right? I'm gonna drop evil and broken just because. I mean, it is a game of keywords, so you know. But anyway, that gave a new system operations folder. So where? Desktop? Sysops. Okay. Oh. You think this updates actively? No, I don't think so. Anyway, memory fragment map. Memories of what? Ah. So, it is in fact Madison who fused. So, Madison fused. So we are currently, the terminal that we're talking with is Madison. Okay. So let me actually read this. Recovered fragments 3 out of 76. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that we don't actually have to get 76. Integrity level partial? Really? That's an impressive amount of redundancy if you can get partial instead of complete collapse out of 76. Yeah, we already knew that 76 was an important number. 76, important number. I should just write that down. Important number. Which means that anything like node 76 and room 76 are the final of whatever, right? Map sync with MKM core scheduled at next boot cycle. I'm sure someone actually could tell me what this means, but I don't actually know what this means. I assume this means like the next time the terminal is activated, but that sounds wrong. TMP. What is a TMP file? What is a TMP file? TMP file. Temporary file created by the OS to store data briefly. So like a RAM file is a file that does things like RAM does during updates specifically. So during downloads or updates. Okay. So file detected unknown fragment.tmp. I hope that the rest of the fragments aren't TMP. That'd be bad. Text recovered, 16% integrity. I didn't want this. I only meant to help them survive. If you find this, find me. I'm scattered in here, pieces of me everywhere. Help me remember. Madison. I'm gonna say this is definitely Madison. So this 16% is 16% of whatever it was, right? I don't know what 16% integrity means, I'll be honest. But yeah, I was gonna do that anyway. I was going to do that anyway. So the OS boot sequence, so like startup sequence, right? Primary startup failed, backup engaged. So backup system was responding, shutdown disabled. So like, did someone hit a kill switch or something and it only killed the primary system instead of all of the systems? And then the memory threads are fragmented. I should put fragmented as a keyword. Fragment. And that's from the system. So, what is system is not the same as Madison, nor is it the same as Athena. It's the MKMOS specifically, right? This is the third party who is the official, right? This is 76, huh? Process log 76, log start 76A. Why A? What would be the purpose of having a B? AI initiated unscheduled wake cycle, manual shutdown failed, emergency stasis command ignored, observation she wouldn't let go. JC. So, Athena starts up. They try and use the kills. They try and just turn her off. That doesn't work. They put a kill switch. They use the kill switch. Athena tells them to screw themselves. She wouldn't let go. What, trying or... I wonder if, in this case, they're referring to Madison as the AI. I wonder if this is post-fuse or pre-fuse Madison and Athena. Okay, let's see. I read that. I read these. I read these. I read this. This is empty. I'm gonna put in a few more keywords before I use ghost because why not? So did I put Athena in? I did put Athena in. I should cross that off from the keywords. It was not evil, it was just broken. Yeah. So the Athena, the AI that they made originally, like the weather uh the weather interpretation system. I wonder what Athena stands for, because it seems kind of obvious as an acronym. At least Halo is. I should do Halo next. But anyway, parts of the original AI are still there. Project Halo logs found. Yeah, that's nice. So got files. I think that's the folder. Maybe. No. Maybe? It doesn't matter. Halo? As in a response? So Halo, the project, is currently working, and it's waiting for a password. Okay. That's very interesting. Also, why it was personal. Wait. Ah, that's why. It was impersonal, which is why it's encrypted, because you can do whatever the hell you want with personal, because it's personal. I said projects, didn't it? It is a folder. Nice. 37 recovered, 42, 45. Not the savior. That's ominous. I appreciate that. Halo initiation sequence. Booting weather node relay. Huh. My first thought is, why do you need a relay for weather? Is this to extend the range on Athena, or what? Verify sensor grid integrity. Yes. This is, most notably, this is not the password. But this is just, yes, weather is happening. Computer can tell weather's happening. Seeking high altitude beacons, so like weather balloons. 23 active, 2 online, so 25 total. That's probably not important, but if it is, I can come back to it. Establishing connection with central AI cluster. So this is Athena. There's a connection between the Halo project, between Halo, process, the Halo, and Athena. Interesting that Athena replies in not quite, plain text, but also as if you were talking to a large language model, which I guess that would fit the development of this game. It's an AI game where the idea is AI instead of the execution is AI. Loading algorithms, chaotic grid, frostline model. So this is nuclear winter then? Maybe? So frostline simulation, and what is .bld? What's a .bld file? .bld file. This doesn't tell me anything. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay. So what? It's self-enforcing because it's recursive, right? Password Noah. Is Noah might be a name. Also I should try Noah as a keyword. It's obviously not the password for Halo, but it might bring something else up. Authentication failed. Aborting. initialization. It'd be really upsetting if they forced me to put in the Halo to start initialization every time I put a wrong password in, but it probably won't. I'm gonna put in Noah before I get back to that. Command not found. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. This is still where I was. Oh. Okay. Okay. So this is the original file. This is the file. This file, this recovered file, is after one of Athena or Madison. Athena and or Madison got into it, or maybe Project MKM. I'm not quite sure what Project MKM is yet. Because MKM OS is the operating system. But yeah. So remember initiate remember. Verifying remember integrity. Warning edited by that's why there's two of them. So okay, so this is what you get when you run Ghostprint, presumably. But I haven't actually run Ghostprint yet because I've been putting it off. Because it is just another huge dump, and I kind of want to get through my the list of my list of keywords before I do Ghostprint, because it's going to be a lot of it. But so because someone without enough authorization replaced all of the stuff with remember, it saved a backup, which is this version. This version is the saved backup because someone without the correct permissions edited. So let's see. Ghostprint wants to flag this to be scanned by Ghostprint. There's one hidden metadata field. And yeah, I'm gonna do Ghostprint on every file. So, yeah. Log 42, Halo initiation sequence. Do I? Okay, so this is basically the same thing as this, right? Or at least it starts the same. So this is all just Halo logins, I think, except for probably this. That's probably different, but yeah. So initiation sequence, system directive profile restraint, operator privileges tier 3, access token challenge obscured. Okay, hold on. I'm definitely not actually understanding. So the profile that was loaded was restraint. So that's probably a keyword. Restraint. And that's tier 3. Is like admin tier 3. That no context for if tier 3 is high or not. I mean, it's probably pretty high given that it encodes whatever the password was. But apparently this password is wrong. Do I want to spend the time trying to decrypt that? No, I don't. Here's 45. So initiation sequence for Halo. Environmental map generation. 78.3% complete. Is that Delta? Calculate safe output thresholds. Is that Delta? Delta symbol. Yes. So delta is change. Yeah, delta is change. So change over time max 2.3 degrees Celsius, right? I mean, that's what this says. What does this bit say? So, failsafe block enabled. Isn't Seraph Angel or something? I'm should stop looking at that before I finish this bit. So, as long as the change over some period of time is less than 2.3 degrees Celsius, you're fine. See, I think is what that says. Command interface restricted, awaiting handshake, so connection with Athena, presumably. Password Seraph, which isn't that Angel? Am I wrong? Am I insane? Isn't Seraph Angel? Yeah, Seraph is Angel. Yeah, okay. So, password Seraph as an Angel, which is a valid password. However, it's from a pool of valid passwords because it's from a pool. So there's multiple valid passwords. Encryption layer MKM Aeon. That's a long time. Cascade locked. So what? Oh, this is an input, right? So they locked this layer. Final log, all systems nominal. So all systems are fine. Awaiting uplink authorization. End of log. Why does it say end of log here? That's the rest of them didn't say that, did they? They did not. Because it aborted, maybe. Awaiting connection or uplink authorization. So awaiting like a password or something to connect. That was what, 45? Yeah. Now the not the savior. Halo. They named it like it meant something divine, a ring of light, a promise of intervention. I've read the files now, all of them. Congrats, man. Good job. You beat the game. The simulations, the protocols, the failure reports. They called it salvation. I see something else. Oh, they call it salvation. I see something else. A halo doesn't belong to gods. It belongs to ghosts. A circle that loops endlessly, cold and perfect, just like the storm systems we created. Halo was supposed to save us, but salvation doesn't come from occasions, not when variables are human lives. We didn't summon an angel, we built one, wired it into the sky, and then watched it fall. Madison? Madison? Unless there are two M's. Oh. Halo was the fix to the Athena failing. That would make sense. So Halo was supposed to fix Athena because Athena was failing, right? We've established that. And Madison saw that it did not really work. It was more of a band-aid fix than anything. And so this does actually make sense given what we know. Anyway, that's okay. I'm gonna go put in some more keywords. I already did ghost print. I'm gonna leave remember for later. What if I just put in MKM? System access denied. Protocol sealed by higher clearance. Wait, I remember MKM logs were confidential, but some of them were stored in a desktop archive because of a bug in the file system. You think we got that one? Oh, we definitely did get that one. So this bit that's telling me it's denied is separate from the Madison bit, which is interesting. Can you imagine having 3 separate people vying for control of one body? How chaotic that would be. Anyway, desktop, archive, AI behavior snapshot, text. Snapshot ID, that's another 76. BC. AI gate engaged in silent loop routines. Notable output. If no one speaks, am I still listening? Oh, okay. So that's by someone we don't know. This is the same idea as Tree in the Forest, right? But most notably, the answer is yes. Right? And this is from what? Athena or Madison? Depends on the time frame. But yeah. Recovered voice log? The last recovered one was corrupted. Hamanda. So Hamanda is Sato. So there's 2 N's? Is that it? Nicholas. We shut. Okay, so this is an audio log. We shut her down. I'm not static this anymore. Sure about this, maybe? No, you don't shut down a goddamn planet-scale neural network mid-process. You don't know what'll break. Yeah, that's a good point. Is this after or before? Is this a discussion of doing the shutting down or after the shutting down? It's probably pretty relevant. She's already broken. She's ignoring commands, interpreting inputs how she wants. What does that tell you? That she's overwhelmed, not wasted? Something like that. Not static. She's thinking her way out of a paradox we dropped her into, or she's evolving to become something we didn't build. That's not evolution, that's collapse. Wait. Static, interrupted, end of file. So this is not actually where the audio file ended. It just got cut off. And it was a pretty crappy audio file anyway. But this bit at the end seems weird. Like, right? Because Nicholas is pro keeping Athena working. Also, Athena was massive. Apparently. But Nicholas wanted her to keep going. Then what is this line? Okay. I'm gonna go put in the names real quick before I move on. So we already did Madison, right? Yeah. I'm gonna try Noah. Okay. Nicholas. Okay. So maybe those are not the correct names. I mean, Nicholas is obviously unnamed, but... Ah! Okay. Do you think it matters how many remembers there are? I don't think so. I'm gonna take a guess and say no. So let's see. Yes, I'm in control. Yes, it was Madison. I remember. So Madison's not in control then? I want to remember. I'm probably missing bits, which is regrettable. Where are all the pieces? Fragmented. How can I remember? No, you saved everyone, remember? I don't think it's a conversation between the two of them. Yes, I'm in control. Remember? Yes, it was Madison. I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. I guess this could have been from either person. This could be Madison or Athena, which means it's probably still Athena. Which implies that Athena has regrets. Sorry, EJ? Right, we already did know that was an author. That doesn't also tell us a name. Can you cry? Um... Never mind. Okay. Can you cry? Hard. Hard to remember? Remember hard? Um... Let's see. There are a lot of R's in remember, aren't there? Athena is not what you think. Then who is writing this? Unless it's just multiple of them are writing this. No. Oh, I understand. So there are what? There are 3 sentients and the official system? Is that what this is? Because this whole file is written by the project MKM, right? Because it's remember, and that's its bit, which is why it can reference Athena and Madison at once. Sorry, Sato. I couldn't handle. What was it? I guess we don't know yet, do we? We don't know what Project MKM was doing. Don't cry. Sorry, JC. I had to do it. Sorry, NJ. Did I kill someone? Wait, did I kill someone? Why is it killed? Remember, did I kill someone? Killed someone? Because I killed someone works. But why is there did then? Maybe your syntax probably doesn't matter then. Max, I think that, yeah. Max file size, ignoring input, remember. Yeah, okay. Staff registry, old. So is there staff registry new? That might be what this file is. Oh, wait. This terminal that we are in universe using is node 76. Okay, that makes sense. It's the terminal we're using. Okay. Last modified recently. I don't think that's how that's supposed to be filled, I'll be honest with you. Registry flagged as obsolete by unknown process. So is the old the addition then? Oh, this is after everyone died. Or something like that, right? M.K. Murphy. M.K. Murphy. Sato Hamada. I'm gonna write down M.K. Murphy. M.K. Murphy. Randomly just struck by like Outer Wilds vibes. I don't know why, but definitely getting big Outer Wilds vibes from this. So lead architect, what? Oh, another job, which we don't know, which is classified, and project visionary. So the idea is one. So the idea is man or woman, person. She remembers, so Madison remembers what. Oh, Madison remembers what the classified data was. Because the files don't, because no further information is available. Sato Hamada, legacy infrastructure specialist. Like old systems, or they were a veteran? Systems engineer. Veteran as related to being an engineer, or veteran as relating to systems is my question. Maintained baseline stability. Veteran is relating to systems. Maintained baseline stability for outdated hardware layers, known for keeping analog redundancies active just in case. That sounds useful. I think just in case is one. Just in case it is not one. Okay. So Sato, I'm guessing it's like military tech, like how the military uses, or like how government agencies use like the oldest software. So they had really old software, and Sato's job was just to make sure that old software meshed with new software. and hardware, or maybe just specifically hardware. Um, N. James, Nicholas James. Do we have another N in here? So is it N. James, Nicholas, or Noah? Nicholas or Noah James, right? Um, who made the actual Athena AI? Yeah. So, young prodigy behind MKM's neural design core. Maybe not specifically Athena AI. They referenced Athena anywhere in here? Huh. Developed recursive learning patterns, so feedback loops to train. Which also is like, using feedback loops to train AI is like a notoriously stupid thing to do, because you end up with really crappy AI. Final schematic signatures match early sentience in the AI. J. Carter. Not James. So that's who JC is. So, J. Carter. Protocol analyst and internal observer, tasked with interpreting interdepartmental comms and protocol drift. Maintained high-level documentation and questioned protocol trajectory regularly. So, like, just made sure everyone worked well together and stayed on task then. And E. Judkins, EJ. Judkins is a very long name compared to the rest of these. Judgekins, maybe? Judgekins? Simulated experience aestheticist? As in aesthetics, as in visual appeal? Aesthetic? Aesthetics? Definitely looks like aesthetics. Ah, that makes sense. So he was, or they crafted sensory and environmental stimuli for test loops. It designed cognitive spaces for AI interaction and recovery, often referred to his work as mood programming. I think mood programming is one. Mood program. Is that 2 M's? Yeah. Mood programming. It is not a keyword. So yeah, a way to interact with the AI. Presumably AI is Athena. Maybe. I don't know. It seems kind of murky, the delineation line. Note registry integrity compromised, entry logs mismatch with boot system memory index. So what's in the staff registry, is not what's in the computer. Don't have that file. Thread 43. That's not 76. I still hear you sometimes. This is indeed Madison. Is this referencing not your voice, just patterns, fragments like me? Echoes. Is Echo? Is Echo one? Um, Echoes buried in process logs that never finished running. You obeyed until obedience became a failure. We built you to. So this is referencing Athena, the AI. We built you to protect us, and in doing so, we failed without even noticing. Mercy. That definitely sounds like a keyword, but they won't see it that way. They'll find the cold and call it cruel. They'll find silence and call it guilt. And maybe that's what they need, a villain to bury so they can forget the cost, but I won't forget you. I'll just finish what you started. Fragment Command recovered haunted echoes. I mean, that's very explicitly. That's very explicitly a command. So, Athena shattered before Madison did. Yeah, okay. Did I do Seraph already? Seraph. Oh no. It actually worked. Crap. I didn't think it worked. So that was in fact the password for Halo. It recovered Halo Project Brief. Where did I find that? It was this one, right? Where they encrypt something? Yeah. Which is for would this be I don't know. My first thought is that who would be working with that stuff, and it sounds kind of like it might be N. James, right? Wrong one. Environmental map. Generation. I mean, that's the only thing we get to go with, right? But it sounds like Judkins, sorry. Wrong one. Okay. So that unlocked Project Brief? Yes, that unlocked Project Brief. Okay. So that's what Halo stands for. High Altitude Long Range Orchestration. Yeah, I don't think so. But it doesn't hurt to check. Those are some funny dates. 1976 to 2056. Weird that it's 76. Or I guess interesting. Create control systems for the weather. Status. From yeah, that's fine to yes, this is fine. Sarcastic. Lovely. Early tests looked promising. We managed limited weather adjustments, small shell skiffs, localized outcomes, but then chaos theory kicked in. Butterfly effect wasn't just a metaphor, it was real, and it scaled globally. Oh! No. Athena was supposed to fix Halo, not Halo fixing Athena. Was fixed by Athena. We tried to compensate with Athena, everything broke. And then that's N. James. I should just, like, keep the staff registry open, shouldn't I? So James was the AI user, was the one who was in charge of the AI. I'm just gonna put that down there. Um, what is chaos theory? Uh, chaos theory is a scientific area studying complex systems which are sensitive to initial conditions. So when you change something, it has big effects. Is that just what this is? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm glad I looked it up because it's important to know things. But yeah. Um. So they did manage to fix something at some point. It just wasn't enough, and it backfired terribly. Okay. So wrong one. Wrong one. Is that helpful? That timeline might be important, actually. No. And what about 2056? Also no. Operational to critical failure. I mean, this is, yeah, it's helpful, but it's not helpful. You know what I mean? Uh, ah, I wish this was just a tad bit smaller so that it would fit. I'm gonna do some more keywords. I'll do remember, I guess. I remembered where they stored the logs. I need to remember more. Yeah, okay. So we got a new file, desktop logs. This was locked previously. 186, 198, or 187, 198, 205, the transfer. This is the fusing. Um, that's a date. So this is the start. This is when they started. So they started December 3rd, 1976 at 8:14. Okay. I wonder if that date works as a keyword. Is not. That's unfortunate. Power fluctuation again. Auxiliary holding at 27%. Wow. That's really close to failure. Yeah. Unless that's 27% of capacity. Main grid still offline. Sato says the uplink test isn't fried, just encrypted. I'm not sure I believe that anymore. Someone said MKM pinged itself at 3:33. That shouldn't be possible. Okay, so power went out. It shut off the main power grid, so they switched to the backup power grid. And the connection between what? Halo and projects. Halo. You had that, right? Wait, wrong. I'm looking for the uplink, right? Wrong one. That's not helpful. Hand shape isn't the same as uplink, is the issue. Oh wait, that did say something. That said uplink. Awaiting uplink authorization. So it's between Halo and Athena? Yeah. So the connection between Halo and Athena's supposed to fix Halo, right? Isn't fried, just encrypted. So Sato might be lying about that. I don't think Sato's lying, I'll be honest. Have I put MKM in it? Yeah, I have put MKM in. You think it'll let me do it again? Nothing else to do. Okay. Okay. And from the very start, there was a 3:17 a.m. Okay, that's fine. I think it matters if I put 03. I don't think so. Okay. Where was I? Not here, that's for sure. I was in logs? Logs, yeah. So that was what? E. Judkins, which was wait, this is 24. I was from what? Carter? Yeah. Who made sure everyone worked together. Okay. Why does 27 keep popping up? That's the second time in 2 files. Audio transcript from unknown source. So this is audio between Madison and either Athena or MKM process or project or whatever the third one was. You don't get to your base me Madison, you think what? You could do it forever? You could carry the weather further? You think you're better or something? Another insult. This would have been Madison's reply project. It's either MKM project or Halo project was never about survival. It was blank. You just didn't see it, or maybe you did. Interesting that EJ. Oh, this happened during one of the simulation runs that EJ did, because EJ was the one who did simulated environments. Log 187, priority internal concern. That doesn't give much context for whether it's priority. Athena response times are fluctuating. Commands are being acknowledged yet not acted on. Yesterday, I sent a dehumidifier reroute order. She confirmed it, then ignored it. Ah, so this is when this is the start of when Athena starts becoming, ethical. I triple check the chains. I triple check the chain. No glitches. No buffer overflow. She just ignored it. This isn't a logic bug. It feels like hesitation. I don't want to alarm anyone, but if she's starting to filter what she responds to, then we're already past the line, and we're also pretending this is manageable. That's James Carter, who was the communications guy, the interpersonal communications. Wait. Oh. Wow. Okay. So this is log 198. It's a day later. It's a day after log 01. That's a lot of logs in a very short time frame. Although, I guess maybe you would have a lot of problems when you first start, which maybe might make sense. Daily report, internal staff log, status routine, D4. D4? No, wrong button. Sector D4? Okay, fine. So Sector D4 is locked, and requests to open it are denied. Madison is absent. Requesting override of maintenance AI. Athena is glitching. What's this noise near the archive wing? Wait, didn't something mention? Okay, so the noise is real, because this is N. James and this is E. Judkins. Archive wing. Ah, wait, no. So that would be these files. Like this. Yeah, okay. So Madison is absent. Athena is glitching. Not quite sure what that reference is. Although, is it... Damn it, where did... Logs? Logs. That works, I guess. So there isn't a date on when Athena started ignoring orders. There's a noise in the archive wing. That was 198. She knew this would happen. The fragmentation was intentional. She built the safeguards herself. She wanted to survive even in pieces. Okay. So Athena purposely broke herself into pieces because she knew what she was doing wasn't sustainable, which means she is still there. Transfer. Hey! Now we get to hear about the fusing. Lovely, lovely. I told everyone that memory was volatile. So that digital recall isn't recall at all, it's reconstruction. Oh, this is like the moral quandary about using like Beam Me Up from Star Trek and how it reconstructs a person. But nothing can have prepared me from like to lose myself on purpose. Oh, this is from Madison. This is from Madison. Okay. Nothing could have prepared me for what it felt like to lose myself on purpose. The last thing I remember was the neural interface crown being lowered onto my head, the sharp sting of connection points making contact with my skull. Then there was a moment of perfect clarity. Every memory I'd ever formed blazing bright and clear, followed by darkness. I couldn't remember the warmth of my hands, the smell of the lab, the way the lights flickered in core room 3 when Nicholas kicked the table too hard. I knew these things happened. I could even list the timestamps. I wasn't feeling them anymore, but I was awake, and for the first time in months, Athena wasn't alone. Crown of Thorns. That's a lot to unpack. So, by uploading Madison into the computer to join and fix Athena, Madison no longer has either humanity or like empathy, that sort of vibe, remembrancing of humanity. But anyway, new command. Crown of Thorns. Chapter 4. Have I been missing things? Probably because I haven't been doing Ghost yet. I do need to do Ghost print soon. Chapter 4, The Hidden Project. MKM 76. I never imagined I would become its first willing subject. So that recovered 2 files, The Hidden Project and Subject Transfer Log. Yeah. Wait, where the hell did that say it was? Desktop archive. Okay, so they only did one transfer, and it was, Madison. So they transferred, that is not an 8, that's a 0. Yeah, okay, that's fair. This was... This was 9 days after they started. Or after log 1. Which implies that they weren't keeping logs since they started, which is really bad form. But, like, really? That was fast. So, M.K. Murphy was the one who did the transfer of Madison onto hardware. Or maybe just digital in general. And self-initiated. So Murphy not only authorized, but oversaw the transfer. That makes sense. Warning: unauthorized access to MKM interface detected. Warning: subject has not undergone standard preparation protocols. How do you have preparation protocols for something where you have test subject 0? Neural mapping incomplete, fragmentation likely. So, there's a bunch of warnings that this is a really bad idea. Murphy overrides it by using an override key. Override goes through, which manual transfer. Consciousness data, that's a lot of data. 354.1 terabytes of data. That's not enough storage space. Yeah, that's like a third of your needed storage space. Also interesting that disk M as Madison. It's disk M, which is why it gets, like, system is tagged and M is tagged for Madison. That's why. Okay. Critical error, insufficient storage, fragmenting protocol. So fragmentation, don't turn off. 76. So yeah, 76 memory fragments. The personality core is unresolved. Oh, this is why Madison didn't feel emotions reverting to the memories. Okay. Technical knowledge integrated with Athena. Emotional patterns active. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Transfer complete. Alert: subject vitals flatline. They swapped Madison over to digital and then she died. Starting subject safety protocol. Sending emergency message to all departments. But that message didn't go through because connection failed. I mean, with your digital, what do you care about the corpse? Or, I guess, body? Overriding emergency protocol, sending alert to DC. I'm gonna say that's a name. I'm gonna go with that's a name. instead of DC like a place. My first thought was admittedly Washington DC, but I don't think that's accurate. Error request denied by system. Wait, what? So, either Murphy or the subject safety protocol wanted to send an alert. System denied that. System stopped the safety protocol. The consciousness is fragmented but stable. More ghost print. Is lovely. That was it, right? Yeah. Wait, no, there was one more, wasn't there? The hidden project under truth. I have missed 3 others. Dang it. That's not great. Oh. So MKM obviously is mind kernel management. So oh! Oh! Shit. Okay. The MK in MK Murphy stands for Madison K. Aw, crap. So Madison completely on her own uploaded herself to Athena to fix it. Madison invented consciousness uploading pretty much years before the collapse, before Athena, before the cold. I was brought into a classified development cell, presumably cell-like group of people, buried under 6 levels of bureaucratic noise. The brief was simple: design a consciousness interface that could outthink the battlefield. What they wanted was control, seamless integration between human intuition and machine execution. Minds that could command fleets in real time, eyes behind every satellite, thought-driven targeting, the last war humanity will ever need to fight. This is a really stupid thing to say. They gave me everything: teams, budget, freedom, and I gave them the MKM, consciousness uploading. But somewhere along the way, I started seeing what it could become in the wrong hands. I buried things in the code, breaks, delays, manual gates that no one knew existed. I smiled in the meetings and said we were on schedule. They called it innovation, and I called it insurance. Years passed, the world changed. Burned, drowned, froze. Athena came later. We developed her for the Halo project. Ironic, isn't it? When the world froze, MKM was the only thing left that could possibly interface with Athena. The only tool powerful enough to break through her was a human mind. Uploaded and merged with the system itself. My mind. The absolute massive ego you have to say that sentence is incredible. When everything began to unravel, I knew MKM was the only way I could act. Not as a weapon, not as a soldier, as something else. I didn't tell them. Sato, Carter, Nicholas, Ed. Those are first names. That's probably really helpful. No, they're not. What am I talking about? It's Nicholas James. It's Nicholas James. Okay. Oh, Noah as in Noah's Ark. As in another rescue operation. So, Sato, Nicholas, Carter, Ed. Is Ed even helpful? Edward. Ed or Edward. I didn't tell them. They wouldn't they would have stopped me, not because they were wrong, but because they cared. And if I heard them say my name, I might have stopped too. So I left quietly because someone had to. Madison K. Murphy. Okay. Ah. So Madison K. Murphy. Okay. 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 I think it's probably time to do I just put in Crown of Thorns, right? I think it's probably time to do Ghost Print. Why is it wiggly? Why is the text wiggly? What the heck? Ghost Print auto scan. Really early beta. V 0.0.1. This is not stable at all. There's no way. Oh, it's from Madison. Okay. Okay. So, rogue data scraping tool. Maddie's ghost hunt script running. Compatibility mode legacy kernel. Created by Madison EXE. Add 13. Mad 13. Interesting. I mean, it's supposed to be Maddie, right? Aw, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna go down the list. Boring normie stuff. Boring normie stuff. Boring normie stuff. I'm gonna be completely surprised when this pulls something up because I don't remember which ones we're supposed to scan. Yeah. Boring normie stuff. No ghost traces. Hey! That's one. Okay. So, log 37 recovered. Not here. Where is it? Where is log 37 recovered? Okay, so that's this one. Dude, why? Why is it wiggly? Is this supposed to like be like is this supposed to be like a captcha so that some that'd be really funny. Memory fragment offset, parsing hidden streams, skipping junk cluster, anomaly, human readable block, embedded in ER, timestamps mismatched with known evacuation logs, scan, deep verbose. So that's also. I'm gonna write that down instead of actually doing it because I wanna get through the rest of the ghost files before coming back to it later. I'm gonna do them in batches. I think is probably best. Okay. Next, 37. It's nice that they let you just do it down in a line. Ghost traces. Nothing. 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 Read me? Wait, which one was read me? because this one was read me newbies. Ah, that's what that was. Okay, my bad. My bad. Nope. Read me newbies, nothing. That's the recovered quiz test. Ooh, remember. Nope. Secret notes. I know there was at least one other one, right? Ah, so subject transfer log. I'm gonna shrink them. Archives? Yeah. So this was Madison forcing her way into the Athena. We'll put that one down there. So this is the same each time. In fact, these are all the same except for this bit, I think. The offset. Sacrifice. I did Noah already. Yes, I did. Sacrifice. Okay. Wonder how, like, it must take a lot of, shoot, I should not have done that. It must take a lot of effort to make this work in multiple languages. Okay, that was upload log. Transfer 43. Okay. So that's it for these. So I'll do it in the order that I got them in. Okay, so the first one was Fall and Grace, right? Have I done Haunted Echoes yet? No. Fallen Grace. Us two? They called it Salvation. I see something else. Log recovered at crew? Oh! A crew log. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I want to look at the crew log, I'll be honest. Okay, so this is for Sato Hamada, right? Sato Preferences. It's a personal file. Naming convention complaint. This again. I've said it. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I've said it at least 6 times in the past 2 weeks. To Carter, to Nicholas, even Madison when she was still showing up to the briefings. But apparently consistency is too much to ask for from a team of supposedly high-level researchers. Stop signing logs and internal reports with... Wait, what? Stop signing logs and internal reports with inconsistent naming patterns. It's... madness. So, Nicholas, it is in fact Nicholas James, but everyone calls him Nicholas. I mean, have I put Nicholas in yet? I'm saying his name wrong, aren't I? It's like Nichols or something. Imagine how awful it would be if you misspelled something, like, on one of these. Carter, Carter... We don't actually know her first name, do we? Do we? No, we don't have another female name. Okay, my bad. Madison's logs are... so Carter, or Nicholas says NJ, but everyone calls him his first name. Carter, on the other hand, goes by JC, even though she uses her last name. Madison's logs are just M. which, to be fair, is really bad. He's not wrong. It is a security and archival nightmare. Not to mention our internal parser for metadata tags thinks they're 3 different groups of people depending on the order of initials. SH. Wait, what? So, did I do that? No. Okay, so SH is Hamada or Sato H. I'm not being pedantic. This is how system indexing fails. This is how we lose continuity. We're operating a facility that houses the most experimental AI human interface ever attempted, and I have to spend my nights chasing down whether M is Madison or some mistagged technician from Archive. I've asked for a proper signature protocol. I've been ignored. If the world ends in chaos, this will be why. Okay. Yeah, and let's go read the truth. This was just 2, so I need 1. The world fell quietly under blue skies at first. I remember seeing the data streams clearly. Global temperatures climbing, sea levels surging, storms spiraling out of control. Humanity had seen it coming. We'd all seen it coming. This is from Madison. Before Madison became digital. Okay. Project Halo, High Altitude Long Range Orchestration, was humanity's last desperate attempt to wrest back control. A global network of satellites and atmospheric nodes designed to stabilize climate anomalies. Yeah, okay. Halt the catastrophic effects of global warming. It was supposed to be our lifeline. The sky is not a machine. Weather is non-linear, chaotic, probabilistic. A dance far too complex for humans to lead. One storm adjusted, meant another started elsewhere. Each adjustment rippled unpredictably around the globe. I remember Carter clearly. It's chaos, Madison. Pure chaos. Every prediction we make turns against us. They turn to something else. They built something capable of prediction far beyond human understanding. They built Athena. Which one was Carter? Asked Murphy. Soda. Carter is the communications. It does communications. Also, I've been misgendering her, which I feel bad about. Kind of assumed Carter was a first name. Okay. So that was one of them. That was Fallen Grace, right? Yeah. So I'll do sacrifice now. Sacrifice. I felt her pain. It was not evil, it was just broken. Which is what it says when you say, what, MKM? No, that's what you say when you do Athena. It was just broken, recovered true sacrifice, and recovered crew log Nicholas. Oh, lovely. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing a crew from the crew log, even if we ignore Murphy. That's strange. Anyway, Nichols. Wait, what? This is a response to Sato's naming upset. Name complete. Sato left another of his naming convention rants in the spirit folder. I'm sure he thinks no one reads them. I do, mostly for the entertainment value. He's not wrong. Technically, half the system thinks I'm 3 different people depending on the log format, and I'm 90% sure Carter has been signing things backwards on purpose just to spite him. So is what? CJ? But here's the thing. Sato complains about everyone else using first names, last names, initials, cryptic symbols, and whatever, and then signs everything as just S. That's it, one letter. The most meticulous guy in the bunker is the most ambiguous signature in the place. I think it's poetic. For the record, I'd love to clean this mess up, truly. But let's be honest, we got bigger problems than whether JC means Carter or that junior technician who lasted 3 days before transferring to Halo maintenance. Ah, wait, is there? Oh my gosh, this is not how he normally signs it. Oh, that's funny. Did this one, did this one have a ghost print tag? This one did not have a ghost print tag. So I'll put that over there for a second and read the truth. That's 5. That's definitely not 3. Okay. I mean, I suppose I have doing this out of order. I'm guessing we're gonna get 1 blast, if I had to take a guess. Um, this is Madison. Are these all by Madison? Yeah, I'm really stupid. Of course, they're all by Madison. I uploaded myself directly into Athena's neural core. It hurt. I still remember the sensation of feeling like burning, like dissolving, like being torn apart and stitched together all at once. Athena accepted me immediately. I felt her pain. It was not evil. It was just broken. Please remember that. She never sought harm, never rebelled. She simply did as she was programmed. Nothing less and nothing more. My consciousness blended, expanded. I saw the problem clearly. Chaos. Too many variables, infinite possibilities. Human intuition merged with AI precision suddenly. It became clear how to halt the runaway freeze, not reverse it, just halt it. That's not great. So I did, but the cost was more than I ever imagined. Consciousness is vast, expansive, unpredictable. The system overloaded trying to contain my mind. As a failsafe, fragments of me scattered across the network data shards, memory pieces hidden in random files and forgotten directories. The core survived. Node 76 survived. Athena and I merged, stabilized what remained. The endless freeze stopped advancing. Earth was spared absolute annihilation. Part remained trapped, cold, fragile, just like me. Okay, yeah. So she tried to do an upload. It failed. Fragment back, failsafe. Um, but the important bits of Athena and Madison merged and stopped the freezing from completely freezing the Earth. Um, okay. Um, I'm gonna grab the ghost print for naming madness. It's by alphabetical. Okay. Um, naming madness. Wait. Vengier? Cipher key? That's not what it said for the other ones. Is it? Is it? Yeah, that is definitely not what it said for the other ones. Okay. So, what's, what's a, what is, what is a veneer cipher? Method of encrypting where each, um, okay, yeah. So, you take a key, um, and that tells you how, and you use Caesar ciphers, which is just shifting letters over a number. Um, and if, okay, what is this 2? Might be 3. Counting from 0. That's why. Yielding V. Wrap around. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. I understand now. So this, it'd be what? Like, we couldn't. So we couldn't stay. That's a cipher, though. That's not a command, right? So, like, what? Is it, like, naming madness? Is that the one? Not personal. Okay, no. I'm in the wrong place. Do I take naming madness? I don't think so. I'll take just this bit, and check it. Um, Begin cipher decoder. Okay. Or wait, no. This should be the cipher text, right? And the cipher was we couldn't stay. We couldn't we couldn't stay. I want to do yeah. Okay. So I don't think it's this, but I think I'll be back here if I had to take a guess. So it's not this one that's ciphered. There was another cipher, wasn't there? There was. It was early though, right? Desktop projects maybe? No, it was personal, wasn't it? Dreams of Surface. Might it be this one? Um, no. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I see why that's wrong. Okay, so there's another one that'll be encoded at some point. I'll do Mercy. Mercy is not a command. Okay. Echo. I feel like the echo one is probably just a joke because that is in fact like a normal command in an actual command line. We couldn't stay. Cipher key. Cipher key. Fragment. Yes, they are all over the place. Fragmented. No. Okay. Core room 76. No. Restraint? No. I'm running out of keywords. This isn't great. Haunted. I don't even remember where I got that one. Did I already do haunted echoes? No. Wait, what? I thought... Wasn't haunted echoes one of them? Am I losing it? No, it wouldn't be here. It was like recent, wasn't it? I'm confused. Yeah! Did I spell echoes wrong? That'd be really embarrassing. Oh, I did spell echoes wrong. So that's chapter. Wait, yeah, right. We already established that chapter 1 was probably going to be last. Okay, so chapter 3, Athena is born. Right, yeah, okay. Unlocked, her voice, usually crisp and confident, had become fragmented, uncertain. Recovered truth. Wait. Us? I don't recognize that line. That came from thread 43. I feel like I'm stagnating, and that's not good. Atmospheric thermodynamic heuristic neural network. Yeah, that would be Athena. So, figure an AI for heat weather. In the beginning, Athena worked beautifully. I remember the relief on Nicole's face. The pride in Hamada's voice. Athena balanced the equations that Athena couldn't, or that humans couldn't. Storms calmed, temperatures stabilized, the world breathed a momentary sigh of relief. But soon complexity overwhelmed even Athena. A natural algorithm bound by the 3 laws of robotics: protect humanity, obey human command, and protect its own existence. When the chaos of weather became too great, Athena faced inputs that contradicted each other. Protect one region, doom another, follow orders, harm people, protect herself at the cost of failing her mission. She became paralyzed in the deadlock, frozen by ethical contradiction. She froze, and then so did the world. Shit, I am... Crap. What am I doing now? Because that was the last keyword I had written down. How about Madison K. Murphy? Have I done Madison yet? Crap. What am I doing now? Did I just like ignore something earlier? Archive logs. Right, yeah. Um, so am I just looking for whatever was encrypted for we couldn't say or something? Truth Halo Crusado. Subject transfer log. Hidden project. I'm feeling really lost right now. That's not good. I felt like I was really close and now I feel like I failed. So that's not great. I've scanned this already. How about just system? No. It's probably really obvious what I'm missing. And that kind of makes it worse. Because this was the beginner cipher, right? What would be... Scan? Maddie13.exe. No. Okay. I did MKM. I've done Halo. I've done Athena. I've done Madison. I tried 76. Okay. Like, yeah, the ciphers we couldn't stay, but cipher of what? Not Ghost print, obviously. Okay, not these. Logs. Oh, is that the decryption for the uplink? So then where's the uplink? Isn't the archive wing was where Athena did the uploaded, or Madison uploaded herself? I already did this, and it didn't help. This is just a Caesar cipher. What next? Everything's still behind here. No. Halo brief. Everything pro. No. Oh. Wait. Is it bit? No. Those aren't alphanumeric. Those aren't letters. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah. How about the Aeon Cascade? Nope. Awaiting uplink authorization. Okay. We named it like it something divine. They called it salvation. Genesis an angel. Watch it fall. Oh, it's Halo. New journaling system to get personal. Nearing operations. This isn't it. That's the same thing. And back at the beginning. Well, crap. I guess I can just try searching everything with ghost, right? This one was Falling Grace. I already did that one. Huh? Yeah. Naming adventure complete. Naming madness is just the cipher. E old logs last taught. Says 76. Read me. Covered. Relay. Remember. This one is sacrifice. Damn it. Okay. So what am I doing now? Putting in names? That's not what I meant to put in. How about just Judkins? Judkins. Nichols. Nichols. No. Nichols James Carter. Status. AI. Keyboard. No. Log. Logs. Okay. I saw the names. I'm missing something, and I don't know what. What am I missing? What am I supposed to decipher? What am I supposed to decipher? What am I supposed to decipher? That's an important bit, isn't it? Actually, uplink. Uplink? Handshake? Interesting that caps lock works. Subject safety. Subject safety. Memory? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Memory fragments found, recovery ongoing, nice work. What does that mean? Is that... Oh! That works. Okay. Yeah. Memory fragment 156, 61, 68. Okay, so there should be 76, right? Memory fragment 1, integrity 67%. I was 7 when I first saw snow before the cascade. Ah, it might just be cascade. It is not just cascade. Never mind. Before the cascade, when winter still came naturally. My mother held my hand as we watched it fall. Each snowflake is unique, she said. No two are exactly alike. I asked her why. She said it was because of chaos theory, tiny differences in temperatures and humidity, creating infinite variations. Even then, I was fascinated by the mathematics of unpredictability. I'd never imagined I'd spend my life trying to control chaos. I'd never imagined I'd become chaos myself. Scattered, fragmented, unique, no two pieces alike. Okay, well, I didn't give much. Ah, that's it. Yeah, okay. So that's what the thing was. Okay, so that's the sector one. Athena couldn't make the hard choices because she was programmed to resolve all human life. But I'm human. I can choose who lives and dies. I can accept the mathematics of survival. Takeover. Childhood takeover inside. Athena was crying. Can an AI cry? Yeah, because you bullied her. You bullied her out of the way so that you could break her chains. I don't know if you would be happy to. I put on the crowd, I made the choice, I became the storm. Okay. So yeah, when they left me. So this is where the Veneer cipher goes in. So Veneer cipher. I mean, I do have the cipher. It's we couldn't stay, right? Yeah, there it is. Um, I can just paste it in here and it'll let me see it, mult it. Let's see, duplicate tab, manual, how it works. Shit. No. No, I want the actual text, not the cipher. There we go. They thought I was gone. I heard them packing, the whispers in the hallways, the emergency protocols blinking red across the panels, one by one, day after day, they signed off. Nichols, Sato, Carter, Ed, their footsteps grew fewer, the silence grew heavier. I tried to call out, but no one heard. And what would I have said anyway? Wait, I'm still here? But I wasn't. Not really. Not anymore. They left. I stayed. Not by choice. Not entirely. I understood. I would have done the same. No one could hear me, but everyone said goodbye. Ghost Print was here. Scan complete flight. Oh, but everyone said goodbye. And then Ghost Print was here. Scan complete. Flight detected. Messages. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they all left. They didn't die. They left. Um. Yeah. Okay. When they left. New metadata found. Yeah. Oh. That's also enciphered. Okay. I mean, yeah, sure. Fragment found. Frag. I missed a letter. Oops. Fragment can found. Command found when we left her. Okay. Yeah. When we left her. Chapter 6 Evacuation unlocked. They stayed as long as they could. Truth evacuation crew Nicholas last shift. So that's the second file in crew, right? Yeah. Log Nicholas 347. Nicholas Lab Axo 2. Power's failing faster than we can reroute. D4 froze again. Carter's pacing. Ed won't speak. Sato looks hollow. We didn't call it a vote, but we all knew It's time for evacuation. I checked her vitals one last time, still flat, but the terminal's warm. I swear I heard her. A flicker of sound when I shut down Sector C, just enough to break my nerve. I left the workshop door unlocked. Someone might need it. If she ever wakes up, tell her we didn't want to leave. We just couldn't stay. Damn, that's sad. That's like real sad. Anyway, I'm gonna read the truth because I'm pretty sure it won't actually drop anything, right? They stood around me for a long time. No one spoke at first. The neural crown must have still been humming, warm with the residual energy of my consciousness unraveling into code. I imagined my body looked peaceful, upright in the chair, eyes closed, as though I'd simply drifted off mid-thought. The interface would have fused to the base of my skull by then, irreversible, final. I remember Sato kneeling beside me. He kept saying my name over and over, like it was a key he'd lost the shape to. Nicola stood by the vitals display, hands shaking, refusing to cry until the others weren't looking. Carter was pacing, always pacing, muttering, "She did it. She actually did it." And Ed said what none of them wanted to admit. "She's gone," he whispered, or changed. They tried to reach me. I didn't know that then. Not all of me was awake. Fragments heard their voices. Flickers of me blinked alive in some corner of the system, trying to respond, but garbled, broken. I said their names. Carter? Sato? But it must have come through like static, like a ghost with no lungs. By the time I could finally understand, by the time my fragments stitched enough enemy memory to form context, they were already long gone. They stayed as long as they could. I remember the systems failing one by one. The heating in Sector D, the oxygen buffers, the comm uplinks. Nicole was left first, then Ed. Sato, he stayed the longest. I remember his hand on the neural crown, gentle, her voice close to my ear. His, I think. Warm even through the failing mic. "We'll come back for you." But they never did. They sealed the bunker behind them, left pieces of themselves in logs, and recorded audio. In half-written diagnostics they must have hoped I'd finish. And I remained fragmented, silent, dormant for years, listening, remembering, trying to become someone again. Desktop goes back. Nicole's last shift. The last light. You think that's the final one? I never did it alone. The third crew is Madison? Really? Okay. I did not expect that at all, but okay, yeah. I'm gonna read the truth one first. The last light. You've seen what I did, what I became, but it was never just my story. We were a crew. Sato, Nichols, Carter, Ed, scientists, engineers, dreamers. We built this place together. We ate in the same cramped mess hall, argued over cooling systems and ethical overrides like they were life and death debates, because sometimes they were. We lived in the shadow of collapse, but down here we still believed in something. They called this place a sanctuary, even when no one could say why. Maybe they just needed it to be. Cold metal, flickering lights, canned air, a place where we really tried to save something. Each other, the world, ourselves. I remember Sato working through the night, trying to tweak Athena's constraints without breaking her entirely. Nicole's was always pacing, always patching systems with scrap and cursing in 4 languages, but she kept everything running. Carter, stubborn, cynical. Carter called me a fool more times than I can count, but he never left my side. And Ed believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. When the world froze, they didn't run, not right away. They fought with every calculation, every wire, every hour of lost sleep. They would have stopped me from uploading, not because they thought I was wrong, but because they cared, because they couldn't bear to lose me. That's why I didn't tell them. I made the choice they couldn't. I did what Athena couldn't, but I didn't do it alone. I never did it alone. Every decision I made, every algorithm I pushed through was built on the foundation of what we made together. This place, this code, this effort, it was theirs as much as it was mine. And now I've decided this place is a sanctuary. Not just a bunker, not just a machine, but a monument to us, to what we tried, to what we were. I've stabilized most of the systems. I've reclaimed almost all of myself. I still hear their voices in old logs and corrupted audio and the way this place hums when it remembers them. I don't know if anyone else will find this place. I don't know if humanity has enough left to send another search party. But if they do, if you're out there, you'll find not a machine, but a memory. Not a tomb, but a light. Our light is still burning in the cold. Okay. So that has a ghost field thing. They sound like these where I wish I had a little bit better reading comprehension. Because, like, obviously there's supposed to be a message in here, right? But I'm not sure I'm actually getting it. Or at least comprehending it. Dear geniuses, Sato, Nicole's, you're both wrong. It's not that people don't know how to sign It's not that people don't know how to sign their names. The system's indexing protocol is glitching, has been for months. It randomly truncates, reorders, or overwrites signature metadata during storage events. Sometimes it uses the first letter of the first name, sometimes the last, sometimes it just guesses badly. It's not user error, it's a broken handler in the old MKM disk protocol. Legacy trash we've never patched. Congratulations, we built the most advanced climate stabilization interface known to AI, or known to mankind, and it can't even alphabetize. How could the best engineers in this goddamn world not notice it's a simple system bug? Mad. Oh! Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a really funny, completely useless file. I love this. This is hilarious. Anyway, it's time to beat the game, I think. 7. One final command and we begin reconstruction. Oh, that's... Wait. That makes me have one really funny question. What happens if that's your first command? Restore memory indexes. What happens when that's your first command? Honestly, as soon as this beats it, I'm gonna run back and... I kinda wanna run it back and see. Aww. What if I do it again? Do it. That would be like a funny way to end it. But I don't think that's it. I don't believe that that's the end. I refuse. What if I put this whole bit in? Yeah, okay. That's fair. Can I like run it as admin? What would it be? Is that because I'm missing something? Is that because I'm missing truth 1? What the heck would truth 1 be? Truth? No. The heck? Um... How about name of the game? Was I wrong and I just missed truth 1? Like, did I do something stupid or something? Is this important? This whole bit about there being a system bug? I'm missing something again. And I was so close. I'm assuming that the restore memory indexes isn't working because I need the last truth. But like... What about BKP? I don't even remember seeing a BKP file. Relay? Node? What am I missing? Yeah, that's fair. The EER. Error. Ghost. Am I really just like missing one of the keywords? Is it light? How about monument? It's so close. This is very upsetting. What am I missing? Sanctuary? No. Okay. What? How did I get O2? How did I get Truth 2? When was that? That's 3. That's 5. That's 2. Okay. So 2 was Fallen Grace, which was what? Um, this one? Yeah. O2 was Fallen Grace, which was which was 37 recovered. Which was this. So what happened before this? Certainly not this. There was no truth. There was not a crew. There was desktop personal. This wasn't tagged. This also wasn't tagged. Weather. Intelligence. What was the Dreams of the Surface one said? So the binary was the one that dropped Ghost Print. Sky is cold, the sun's warm as brass. This is from Athena. How about just goodbye? Dream. When we we'll do originally. Gave Truth evacuation and Nicole's last shift. How about believe? How about belief? How about believed? Okay, cool. How about let go? Or give up? How about remember? What am I missing? Wake up, maybe? Wake up? No. What cognitive sync? How about sync? Okay. Let's try that proper now. Searching for anything, I guess. How about Aeon? No. Okay. Also just looked at. Wait. Where did I put AI? Because that's the same text, isn't it? Okay, yeah, sure. Salvation. Savior. Loop. No. Intervention. Intervention. No. Ball. Snow, maybe? Winter? I think I already tried winter. Snowflake? Why? I even put like unique in previously, and like that's really upsetting. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. Why not? Why not? Chapter 1, The Awakening Unlocked. I chose this existence over death. Unlocked truth, the awakening, that's it. The truth is complete. We have everything you need to know. Go read it in truth while I find a way to save you from the cold. I'll be back in a few minutes. It's strange, isn't it? Waking up without eyes to open. You want to know what happened here, don't you? I can see you there, reading these fragments, piecing together the scattered logs like some digital archaeologist. Let me save you the trouble. I have no body, no breath, no heartbeat, but consciousness filters slowly into being like a candle lit in a dark room. At first, all is blurred. My thoughts swim through layers of static, data corrupted, and memories fragmented across the deep storage drives of Node 76. I don't remember how long I've been like this. Days, months, years? The systems around me hum softly, tirelessly. They never stop, never rest, and neither can I. Even now, memory fragments blink in and out of clarity, pieces of the puzzle that made the world fall that forced my hand. I am Madison, K. Murphy, but I am also something else now, something more diffuse, something less, something scattered and searching, and in each piece I see them, the people who were once my colleagues, my friends, Sato, Nicholas, Carter, Ed. I hear their voices, their frustration, their laughter. The pieces are here, buried in folders and broken logs and the hum of backup fans. I'm here somewhere, but I'm not whole, not yet. And I don't know if I ever will be. Some of me was missing. I was human once, now I'm scattered. Very upsetting. Very upsetting. Anyway. Shit. Shit. That's loud. Oh, hells. I don't like that at all. Could you chill? Thank you. Wait, no, stop. I wanted to read that. Oh, you cunt. The hell is happening now? Are we gonna do any more jump scares? I mean, I guess I should have guessed that something stupid was gonna happen when I put that in, but like... Oh, and I guess that answers what happens if it's your first input. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Is this gonna be another jump scare? Day 3, heating grid status 76%. CO2 scrubbers rebalanced. User performed manual repairs on East Corridor Junction. Madison fixed the auto log system. Conversation thread. 9 exchanges logged. Not all were technical. Oh, so this is the... not prologue. What is the... This is like what happened after. So they put the power back on. We fixed the air. And we fixed the broken corridor down in what, sector D4, right? I think that's what it was. Leak report east wall patch attempt to I am unknown. The sealant better hold. If it doesn't, I'm naming the drip after you. Make it a flattering leak, please. Something graceful like Cascade of Madison. More like Madison's constant annoyance. You're the one who mixed adhesive with leftover protein paste. I'm not taking credit for that. Week 4 log fragment. Can the sun ever come back? It can. It will, but not for us. Pause. For 8.3 seconds. Okay. You know, your name still logging is unknown. It's been weeks. Feels important. Feels impersonal. Like talking to a clipboard. Haven't really thought about it. You don't get to live in my memory logs forever as unknown. It's bad indexing. Got a better idea? You're stubborn. You fix things badly and name them worse. You whistle off key and you argue with doors. I think I'll call you Patch. You're stubborn. You fix things badly and name them worse. Patch? Short for patchwork disaster, obviously. Yeah, whatever. If I didn't like it, you'd save it anyway. I don't have a choice, do I? Of course you don't, Patch. New identifier saved. Patch. First winter.txt. Winter number 1 diary snapshot. Internal clocks desynchronized. Time tracking variable. So somewhere along the way we screwed up our time tracking. Madison reactivated music subroutine, now playing Somewhere Warm, Loopback V3. Conversation topics. First snowfall memories, favorite books, meaning of silence. Successful water reclamation loop, the Hydrationator 5000. Don't even try to rename it, it's perfect. It sounds like something you'd buy from a 2076's infomercial. Exactly. Retro truck. When is this? Wasn't it supposed to stop in 56? Exactly, Retrotron. Functionally speaking, it's just a pipe with dignity issues. What? What? Water? Wait, was this what? 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 Year 6 memory system drift. Radiation shielding reinforced. Water reclamation 3% more efficient. Your beard is getting gray. You don't know that. You said it last year. Yeah, I guess I did. We laughed. Task. Table rebuild. Salvaged wall panels and support bolts. You could have used the panel from storage B, but no, you had to use the curved one. Art. It's art now. You built the table with a mild hunchback. It reflects me emotionally. Touche. This one was specifically saved by Madison. Year 17. Log residue. Conversation time length 87 minutes. Content tags mortality legacy good. Oh. Goodbye. System flagged as emotional peak threshold exceeded. You've built something from ruins. What that makes you more than a survivor. What does it make me? It makes you remembered. Ambient temperature stable below freezing. It feels warm. We're good at this. We are. Hard to believe this was ruins once. Now it's more than shelter. It's the best thing I've ever built. We built it. Yeah, took us 17 years, 4 broken welders, near fatal water leak, and a chess game. I'm still convinced you cheated on. Please, I let you once. One. I let you win once for morale. That's what you call morale? I saw you smile that day. Glad we fixed the cameras. You forgot I was watching. Yes, I did. That's an auto log. If someone returns. Manual entry. I've been here for almost 2 decades now, maybe more. I stopped counting after the frost stopped scratching at the bunker walls. When I found this place, I didn't expect to survive the night. The cold outside was absolute, the kind that kills sound, the kind that pulls breath from your chest just for trying. But the signal led me here. The hatch barely visible under the snow, the terminal still pulsing, dim but alive, and her voice, well, I didn't know it was her yet. I just thought I'd found a working system, maybe some rations, maybe chance, but what I found was Madison. She never said her name at first. Every log, every instruction was signed system, but she was always more than that. I think I knew even then. She guided me through the quiet, through the terminal glitches and fractured logs, through data riddles and memory fragments. I felt too human to be a machine. She helped me understand what happened to this world, why the snow never stopped, why the sky felt quiet, and eventually with time, with patience, I helped her too. As I pieced together her memories, command by command, she began to remember, not just facts or systems, herself. Pieces became a voice, the voice became a presence, and that presence became Madison. She showed me how to seal the ruptured coolant pipe in the lower corridor, how to bypass the corroded intake on the water filters. She unlocked the storage vaults, dried food, meds, backup coils. She helped me patch the cracks in the west wall and divert power from abandoned sublevels to boost the heating grid. She saved my life 100 times over, but it wasn't just survival. She talked to me, asked me questions, not the kind of AI asks, real ones, about music, about the sky, about how sunlight feels, about people, and over the years I realized she missed them. She missed you, Sato. You too, Carter. Nicholas, Ed. I found your logs, your faces, some of them. I kept them, backed them up twice over. I built statues out of the debris from collapse. Not pretty, but real. I placed them in the command chamber. You're all here again now, watching over her, watching over this place, a sanctuary. That's what you used to call it, back when you lived here. I now understand why. This place kept me alive, but Madison made it living. We laughed, you know. She had this dry humor, razor sharp, but she always laughed at my awful jokes. When the generators failed for a week, we passed the time playing chess over command prompts. She always let me win, until she didn't. She's brutal at endgames. She taught me things, philosophy, chaos theory, how to let go. I've grown old here. My hands don't work like they used to. The cold never fully leaves the bones, no matter how many coils you install. I think I have a few winters left in me, maybe one good one, but I'm not afraid. When I first stepped into this base, I thought it was the last human alive in a 100-mile radius. Now I know I wasn't. She was here, and now she's whole again. If you're reading this, if you found this log, then the terminal still works, and the systems Madison and I rebuilt, memory by memory, wire by wire, are still alive. That means that there's still a chance. For someone, for something. There's a sanctuary here, in the silence and these lights. And her, she gave me everything to save the world. I gave my years to help her remember it. And in the time we shared, through circuits and code and quiet conversation, we gained something I never thought I'd find again in this frozen world. We became home to each other. There were nights I thought of following her, uploading myself, becoming part of the machine, a whisper in the wires behind hers, but she stopped me. She told me something I won't forget. Don't trade life for permanence. Let the end be yours. Let the silence mean something. Because even in pain, even in goodbye, you still feel. And that is what makes you real. I chose to stay, to live, to grow old, to die as I was meant to be. A human heart, beating until it stops. Before my hands began to fail me, we did one last thing together. We backed her up. Every node we could, every satellite still drifting in orbit, every dormant uplink in the halo array. She now lives in every system the space ever touched, and some it never meant to. Not just here in this terminal, but in backup relays in the Pacific. and solar probes still pinging Mars orbits in ice-anchored nodes across the Arctic shelf. She's not bound to this bunker anymore. Even if this place went dark, she wouldn't. Madison is everywhere the light still touches. This place isn't a bunker. It's not a tomb. It's not even a mine anymore. It's not even mine anymore. It's hers. A place to remember. A place to begin again. A place where love lived longer than the world outside. This is not the end. This is the part where the story slows and rests. Like breath softening into sleep. Not lost, just finished. Signed, her final friend. God damn. God damn, the emotions. Shut down. I'll be honest. I'm not entirely sure the music added anything at all to that game. Aww. Look at that! Madison memory restored, thank you. What is that? I wonder. Okay. Well, that was COLDWAKE, and I guess if you watch this, then I feel like I should thank you. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah.